Hello, I'm a guy that likes to talk about music. And yesterday I was talking about a song called I Am a Patriot. It's written by Steve Van Zandt. It's a song that's been sung by a few different singers over the years. You know, Little Steven did his version of it, Jackson Brown, Eddie Vedder. But my absolute favorite version of it was when Kris Kristofferson sang it. He sang it at a Farm Aid concert, Farm Aid 4 to be exact. He never did a studio version of it, as far as I could find anyway. But you can find it on the Farm Aid YT channel. I first heard it because, there's a TV special on TV, showed some highlights of Farm Aid 4. It was called A Concert for America. And, they showed Willie Nelson, Whiskey River, Take My Mind, don't. Neil Young, John Mellencamp, Bonnie Raitt. They even had Guns N' Roses that year. I taped it on the VCR, so I was able to watch it over and over. And this was when I was in high school. And I remember one time I was playing that tape and my mom was around and she said, that's Kris Kristofferson. And I think she was a little surprised that I was watching that because although, she was a big country music fan, I was more of a rock fan. But I do indeed like some country, like this one. I really like this one. And of course, this is like a folk rock song, really. You could call it country if you want, of course, but I describe it as folk rock. There in the beginning of the song, before the music even plays, Kris and his band sing, "And the river opens for the righteous," and then they sing it again. And then, he also had Bonnie Raitt and Jackson Brown singing with them, and they all joined in singing, "And the river opened for the righteous." They repeated that line a few times, and my mom goes, okay, we get the idea. Yeah. And I thought about that. It's like, maybe they do sing it too many times. I don't know. I didn't mind it. But anyway, what's really funny is that I am not at all the biggest fan of Kris Kristofferson singing. There are a few moments that I can't appreciate. But mostly those songs that he sang with the Highwaymen. I love the song Highwayman, and he sounded okay singing his line for that. I was a sailor. And I really like his opening for a song called Silver Stallion that he also did with the Highwaymen, I'm gonna find me a silver stallion and we're gonna ride. But most of the time, I have listened to Kristofferson and I thought, oh my gosh, do some people actually like this? Ugh. But I do love this song, though, and Kristofferson's version is the only version I really like to play, Little Steven's was more of a reggae song, and Jackson Brown, I love Jackson Brown. He's one of my favorites, and the World in Motion album is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Not a famous album, but it's a personal favorite of mine. And, but yet, hearing him sing I Am a Patriot on that, it would just make me go, eh. And, it became my fast forward through song, because now I only want to hear Kristofferson sing it. Maybe I like that rougher and more manlier version of the song. I don't know. And there's this really neat part in the song. There's a part in the song where it goes, and I ain't no communist, and I ain't no imperialist, and I ain't no capitalist, and so on. And he sings that I ain't no Democrat, sure ain't no Republican, I only know one party, and it is freedom. But during that one part, I'm talking about Kristofferson's version. His backup singers, his band sing, I sure ain't no Republican. But then he adds to it, sure ain't no Republican. I just thought it sounded cool and maybe a little bit humorous too. That little part he added, it was something that you didn't hear like, say, Van Zandt or Jackson Brown or Eddie Vedder do. It was his own thing, I guess. Although Van Zandt and Eddie Vedder added something to their live performances. They sang that they weren't no effing Republican. So what did Kristofferson and all of them have against the Republican Party? I don't know for sure. I know that Little Steven said that some of his songs, like this one that he did at the time, were responses to the Reagan administration. As for Kristofferson, I don't know. It was at a Farm Aid concert, and a lot of people would say that it was Reagan's policies that caused the need for Farm Aid concerts in the first place. I'm not going to claim that's true because, I don't know for sure myself. I don't know enough about it to say yay or nay, but it is possible, I guess. But I don't want to get into all that this morning. I just wanted to talk about a song that I really love. I was talking with my brother